Fantasy. Our Vegas Fantasy. It's not a show about sex. It's about football.
Cha cha cha.
Hey.
Hello.
It's our Vegas Fantasy. It's week 4 of the regular season. It's the quarter pole
Oh my God.
of our regular season. Do you believe that?
Already?
It goes really fast. And welcome. My name is Kenny Davidsen. This is
Hi.
Christina Shaw. Welcome back to Christina Shaw, the newly engaged Christina Shaw.
He put a ring on it. He put a ring on it. Yeah,
There
he
you
did.
go.
Yeah, he did.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. I missed you last week,
We missed you
Kenny.
too. We had our friend Jacob B. Smith subbing in for you last week, and we did it at his studio, and it was really a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Jacob Smith. And I love Sarah Jessica Rose.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank
Yes,
you. Thank you for
that's-
having me on your show last week. That was amazing, Kenny.
That's an amazing impression. Wow. I've two of the best impressionists I've ever worked with. Sorry, Dennis. Christina Shaw and Jacob.
That was for you.
Vault.
I laughed so hard last week when I heard that, Jacob. That was awesome.
Yes.
Thank you.
So, how you doing?
I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
really good.
Welcome home. So, how
Thank
did your
you.
teams do this week?
So they didn't do bad. I was actually supposed to go 4-1, but I had a little hiccup with the Chicago Bears defense, which we'll talk about a little bit later.
Ew.
So I was supposed to go 4-1, which kind of stunk. But I'm still actually doing pretty good. In Dynasty, I'm 2-1. In New York, I'm 2-1. In Listless League, I'm 2-1. The Auction Draft, I'm 1-2, which kind of stinks. That was one of the teams that I lost.
1-2 with a high score this week, and they got robbed. But pretty
Yeah.
good team. Pretty good team.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then my ESPN league, I am 0-3. It sucks. Very, very disappointed. And it stinks 'cause I have a good team. I have Kamara, I have T.Y. Hilton, I have Kerryon Johnson, I have Kittle, and Allen Robinson. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. It seems like every year.
That's a 10-team league, though,
Yeah.
right? We have a lot of underperformers.
It just seems like every year I'm always underperforming in my ESPN league, and it drives me absolutely insane. I don't know what I'm doing wrong.
0-3.
I know. How are you doing?
20-15 for the third straight week.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so this is where I'm at. So 3 teams at 3-0, 21 teams at 2-1,
Okay.
9 teams at 1-2, and then 2 at 0-3.
Guys, I just want to tell you that he memorized all of that. He doesn't have any paper or anything. You're a genius, Kenny.
I'm tired,
That's amazing.
very, very tired.
That's amazing.
But yeah, so I'm off to a pretty good start. I have 1 or 2 teams that I would put in trouble. Like I tend to, like I think a lot of what a lot of fantasy players do is they look at their team like, well, my team's good and I don't have to worry about it. I'm the other side. I'm always looking to improve my team. I'm always looking like, why is this team not performing? So I have a couple of teams that are in trouble. Like I have an 0-3 team that's bad. But like it doesn't look bad on paper.
Yeah.
But it's bad. Like Juju is your number 1. Tyler Boyd's my number 2 wide receiver on that team too. I have Chris Carson. I have Ezekiel Elliott.
Yeah.
Right? But I'm 0-3.
Yeah.
So but like it, I gotta get that team better. Like Juju might not get better this year. Chris Carson might not come back this year. In which case, I have a 3-10 team there.
Yeah.
If I don't work on it.
Yeah.
So you always got to find ways to improve your team, even when you're 3-0. I mean, I have a couple 3-0 teams. I'm like that. These is not a 3-0 teams. These are definitely not 3-0 teams. But they're 3-0, so you take what it is.
I should have
So-
been 3-0.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
What
the
are you
ups and
gonna
downs
do?
of fantasy
The
football.
ups and downs of fantasy football. It's the name of Christina's new album. The
Yeah.
ups and downs of fantasy football.
Oh, nice.
Yes. So who performed well this week? Well, Alvin Kamara had a really good week.
Yes.
Saved our bacon in a couple leagues.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He carried the ball for 69 yards and a touchdown, and he caught 9 out of 10 targets for 92 yards and a touchdown.
That's Kamara's value right there as a pass catcher. Forget it. If you're in a PPR league, Kamara is money.
Yeah.
He's fantastic.
I'm just happy he was good without Breeze, because you don't know.
He was, and here's the other thing. We thought that Latavius Murray was going to come in and he was going to play the old Mark Ingram role, and that's just not been the case.
No, not at all.
I didn't draft Latavius Murray in one league this year. I had a feeling he'd be on waivers by week 4 or 5, and I think that's where he's going to end up.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a Kamara owner and Latavius Murray's out there, then he's gold.
Yeah,
because if Kamara gets hurt, he's your guy.
I know. I still have him on my bench, but he's, he's just sitting there.
He'll sit there. Well, but he'll sit there if Kamara gets hurt, then he's absolutely a running back one, without a doubt. That's why you hold on to a guy like that. Now, if you don't have Kamara, then he's got no value to you.
Right, but I have
no
Kamara in 2 leagues, and I have Murray on my bench, and he's just sitting there. But it drives me crazy because then once bye weeks come, I'm probably going to have to drop him.
No, you keep him. You drop one of your wide receivers that you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't let go of a guy like that if you're a Kamara, because then Kamara gets a concussion and he's out for a game and you've got no running back.
True.
So it's a good guy to hold, but he definitely doesn't have any standalone value. Kamara's old teammate Mark Ingram has become a thing in Baltimore. He is the guy. He already has 5 touchdowns this year. He ran for another 100 yards.
Yep. 103 yards.
He is a dude this year.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Great stiff arm, too, on that 19-yard touchdown.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Man.
I love Ingram this year.
Yep.
I have a lot of Ingram.
Yep.
So I'm very happy with him.
Me too.
Mike Evans came alive.
Yes. Oh.
Sooner or later, it's going to happen.
Yep.
He's too good.
It's 3 touchdowns. Man, that was so fun to watch. So fun to watch.
Recipe for any player that is off to a bad start this year is to face the Giants.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know?
the poor Giants.
Yeah. And the Giants are playing the Redskins this weekend. So fire up your Adrian Peterson shares.
Yeah.
Actually.
No.
Not a bad guy to play.
This is true.
Or Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry.
Oh, why do they call him Scary Terry?
They just need a name for him.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. I did pick him up. I know we talked about it was it 2 weeks ago about him, and I did pick him up in one league. He's still on my bench, but because I have good wide receivers in that league. But
Trade him.
Yeah.
Get a running back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Shh, don't tell.
Don't tell. He's got trade value. Yes. Keenan Allen's alive. Your favorite.
Yay! He really excelled with all the injuries on the poor Chargers.
Yeah. Well, he's off to an amazing start.
Yeah.
He's ruining Mike Williams. I thought Mike Williams was going to be a thing. Mike Williams is nothing. And Keenan Allen is just exploding on that team.
Yeah.
So, my guy, the number 1 wide receiver on the Rams is not Robert Woods. It's not Brandon Cooks. It's Cooper Kupp. He is the number 1 wide receiver on the Rams. And don't let anybody tell you otherwise. That's why the Rams offense went in the toilet in the second half last year and against the Patriots in the Super Bowl, because they're missing the number 1 wide receiver. He is the guy.
Yep.
He is the guy that makes that offense, other than Gurley. We're not going to get into Gurley because Gurley obviously is a big deal there. But in terms of the passing offense on the Rams, Cooper Kupp is the guy.
Yes.
And he has been phenomenal.
My
And
boy.
you got him in the 4th and 5th round this year. He's
Yep.
a steal. And he's just got to stay healthy. But he is a great receiver.
Second game over 100 yards. It's awesome.
One of my favorite players to watch.
Yes,
Absolutely.
love him.
And also alive, Tyler Lockett is alive in Seattle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, hell of a day for him.
11 catches, 154 yards, 1 touchdown. He has that game was a career high for him in receptions and yards.
There you go.
And also, Russell threw a career high 50 times, Russell Wilson.
Well, they were behind against the Saints. So Lockett's a thing. Lockett could be a top 10, 12 receiver all year long.
Yeah.
No doubt about
and
that.
He's definitely going to have another good game against the Cardinals, too.
Who thought, other than Barkley, which we'll get into later, that we'd ever have a giant on this list? And we got Daniel Jones!
Yay! What an impressive debut, man. I'm so proud of him.
Yeah,
So proud of him.
It's nice to play Tampa in your first game. Let's get your feet wet. Let's not play the Bears.
Yeah.
Right? Let's play Tampa. But hell, he had a great game.
Yeah.
He looked very good.
Yeah.
He was the anti-Eli. He ran 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
You know, Eli Manning in his career had 7 rushing touchdowns in his career. Daniel Jones had 2 on
one.
Sunday.
Awesome.
He is 2/7 of the way,
So
28% of the way to Eli Manning's rushing touchdowns.
It's so creepy how he looks like Eli. Like he looks like him. He moves like him.
It's weird,
He's
isn't
built
it?
like him. He has like same facial features as him. It's very eerie.
It's a little eerie, no doubt about it. But I think the Giants might have done okay here. You never know.
We'll see.
They have other problems. We're gonna get into that later.
Yeah.
Darren Waller. Who drafted Darren Waller in the 12th round? This guy did.
Yeah.
I have him in I think 6 leagues.
Great late round pickup, man.
He
Great.
is a. You know, we had one of our friends who does the Quiddlers, Michael Forsch, and he was asking about Darren Waller. He sent us this roster, And I said, you don't have a tight end unless Waller blows up. But Waller blows up, you have a great tight end. You've done really well. Well, Waller blew up.
Yeah.
So he's got to be just rolling in it right now. He's got to be very happy with that pick.
His catch rate is 89.7%.
Is that right?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Well, I mean,
he's a big guy, too.
Just in this last game, 13 of 14. So right there, he only missed one catch.
Yes.
And that was just game 3. Isn't that crazy? Good for him.
And now it's time for Who Crapped the Bed? Did you crap the bed? Did I crap the bed? Did Girly crap the bed?
Yes, he did.
We all want to know who crapped the bed. Crap the bed!
It's all about the glissando.
And yes, as we begin our very long laundry list of players who crap the bed, as it seems to be every week, this list gets longer and longer. Todd Gurley crapped the bed.
Todd Gurley.
Good grief.
He's had 4 catches and 8 yards the whole season.
He has 4 catches all year.
4 catches and 8 yards the whole season.
I have no words for that. I don't know what to say.
I don't know either. I know all the experts were like, "Oh, we're low on Todd Gurley. We're low on Todd Gurley." And I remember me and you were like, we're not so worried. Not so worried. You can get good value out of him. He was falling to the second round. Who would have known?
This is bad.
This is odd.
Yeah.
Where is Todd Gurley?
He's also he's playing too. It's not like he's I know Malcolm Brown is seeing snaps, but Gurley's on the field,
which is
a lot.
It's weird.
I don't get it.
Do you think it's because they're doing so well scoring that they're kind of saving him?
I'm hoping that. I think a lot of people are saying this and hoping it.
Yeah.
That, okay, we're just easing him in. Look, they are 3-0. So they don't need to use him like this. And they don't want to have what happened last year where he had problems and he burned out and they had an issue. So maybe they know what they're doing and they're going to try to keep him healthy and he'll get better as the year goes on. That's what we're all hoping for.
That's the only thing I can think of.
But if you don't have that in your pocket this year, you got a problem with Gurley.
Because you have him a lot, didn't you?
I got him a lot because he's sitting there in the second round.
Yeah.
How do you not grab the guy? He's a running back 1, but he actually is not a running back 1 right now. Now, running backs have been not great this year. And that's and usually this is how the season starts, where wide receivers start and then the running backs emerge. But it's been real bad for running backs. There's not a lot out there right now. But let's look. What do? You have Gurley. You're playing Gurley.
You have to play him
and hope that sooner or later it comes around. Now here's a guy. I don't know what to do with this. James Conner. Not getting going this year. Pittsburgh's got problems. They have no quarterback.
No.
Mason Rudolph didn't look good against the Niners. James Conner is a problem.
He has 43 rushing yards, and that was his season high.
Yes.
This last
Now, he has a get well card on Monday night because he's playing the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yes.
If he can't do it against the Cincinnati Bengals, then we have
a problem.
Issues in Pittsburgh with James Conner. Keep an eye on Jalen Samuels and how many snaps he gets. And keep an eye on Benny Snell and the snaps that he gets. He's the draft pick out of Kentucky. Late round pick for Pittsburgh. Not that can go either way, but just keep an eye on these guys because you don't know what's going to happen there, and they're 0-3.
Yeah.
So
they're looking for anything at this point.
Yeah. So you got to, if you're a Conner owner, you are keeping an eye on where those guys are if you can get them.
His PPR scores for the first 3 weeks are 10, 13, and 7.
Yeah.
Ooh,
that's rough.
That's a hard pill to swallow. You drafted him. I
got one. Well, look, I got one team. It's 2-1. This is one of my 2-1 teams. That shouldn't be a 2-1 team. My 2 starting running backs are Gurley and Conner.
Oh,
right. Now,
that hurts.
But I have Jeffrey, who just got hurt this week. Mm-hmm. I also have Amari Cooper, who's been excellent. So that's a weird, rough team right there. Josh Jacobs. We knew he was coming in hurt this week, and he was up against the Vikings. So this one. Him being on the crap the bed list is not unexpected.
Yeah, he was ill or something, right?
Yeah.
He had some.
But for a PPR standpoint, they're not throwing him the ball.
No, they need to use him more as a pass catcher. Right. What is going on with
that?
this?
I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. That might be Gruden, and this might be the way Gruden calls plays. But they keep saying they want to involve him in the passing game. But we'll see.
But they're not.
They're not so far.
That doesn't make any sense.
So he might be a touchdown dependent running back, which is not fun. Chris Godwin. Well, Mike Evans is on the highs list. Chris Godwin's on the crap to bed list. It seems like it's going to be one or the other every week this week.
Yeah.
This year.
And he had a good 2 first games, so
Yep.
I'm not really worried about him. He'll be fine.
And the same thing in Detroit with Marvin Jones having a big game. Kenny Golladay crap the bed.
Yeah, he just had a bad game. Again, I'm not
Yep.
worried about Kenny Golladay.
Wouldn't worry about that either.
I love Golladay.
I know you were a Golladay guy. You were a Golladay truther, as they say in the
Cooper
fantasy
Kupp.
world.
My boys.
Yes.
My boys.
Golladay trooper. Truther. How's this for a no-show? Calvin Ridley.
Womp, womp, womp.
Utter complete no-show for the Falcons this week.
1 target. What the heck?
That's ugly.
That's so surprising. I mean, Austin Hooper got all the love. I'll tell you that
That's
much.
the difference. It's a Hooper
Thank
week.
you, Hooper.
Yeah.
I got a lot of Hooper.
And Jones had a big week. Julio.
Yeah.
So not a good Calvin Ridley week. Mark Andrews has been phenomenal. He did not do much this week at all. He's been battling a foot issue.
Yeah, hopefully he's better. He'll probably bounce back week 4. He'll be all right.
He was one of my late tight end sleepers I got in 5 leagues, and
Yeah,
so he
I know
better.
you liked
he better
him.
Oh, I love him, and so he better rebound. But again, if he has a foot issue, then we may have a problem there. We'll have to see. And a guy who I was not on earlier this year, and he is now a drop candidate, and that is Jared Cook,
Yeah.
tight end for the New Orleans Saints. Who, let's just say it, he stinks.
Yeah.
He had a one good year for the Raiders last year, but you know what? He stinks.
That's a shame.
Enough.
In 3 games, he's had 12 targets, 5 receptions, and 69 yards.
Yeah.
That's not 1 game, folks. That's 3.
Right.
That's a total of 3 games.
Now you're dropping him this week, and then next week he's going to go off for
gonna-
5 catches, 80 yards, and a touchdown.
And everyone's going to pick him up, and then he's going to crap the bed again.
Exactly. That's what
week
he's going to.
6.
It's exactly it. You can call it right here. We've predicted the future for you. You don't even need to play this year.
Nope.
So now, what the hell do we do with Sony Michel?
I don't know. It
problem.
sucks that the running back depth, like we talked about earlier, is so poor.
Yeah,
You almost can't. Who else are you going to replace him with?
you're not.
That
You're not
isn't that isn't a top 5.
You're not dropping him.
No, you definitely can't drop him. You almost just have to keep starting him. I mean, he definitely has scoring upside, which is good. You know, he's had 2 touchdowns, I think, at least.
I have him in 3 leagues, and I've benched him in 2 of them.
Oh wow! So you're running. Well, you're
I
running backs.
But you know, because I draft running back depth.
Yeah.
Like I almost always draft 5 running backs in my first 8 picks.
Yeah.
So I don't. This is why I can do that. I swap out Michelle. So I have McCoy in 2 of my Michelle leagues. So there you go. I'll put McCoy in there and be very happy. I got 1 league though with not good depth, and I got a problem with that.
Yeah, so you have to play Sony
I have
Michel.
to play him,
and
that is not good.
that's what the hell we do with him.
That's what and with Burkhead looking good. Now Burkhead gets hurt, and all of a sudden Michelle's back to being a thing. So,
Right.
but that does not look good. Chris Carson, our boy, we love Chris Carson. Can you hold on to the football, please?
Oh my gosh!
The hell!
But here's the thing: prior to this season, last season, he only fumbled 2 times the entire season.
Yeah,
So what is going on?
it just could be a string of bad luck.
Yeah.
and maybe he figures this out. He's too good.
Yeah. And I don't understand, too. Why did he still play horrible? And Penny wasn't even playing.
No, that's the thing. Penny's not even in the lineup, so you're thinking Carson's going off,
Right.
And he doesn't do. He does nothing. That was
Jeez.
brutal.
And they have no one else. I mean, they're not going to start Procise. He's not good enough.
No.
No.
Penny now, you have to hold on to Penny. I got Penny sitting on my bench in tons of leagues.
Yeah, or maybe
So.
even maybe do some trades
Yep.
for Chris Carson.
Yep.
For those some of those owners who are very upset about this.
Stephon Diggs, who is getting no volume.
I'm going to dig him into the ground. That's what I'm going to do.
Wow. That was brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's not my first time.
Well, Thielen had a good week.
I got a feeling.
Yeah,
Don't
but-
play it. Don't play it, Kenny. Don't do it.
I will not.
I hate that
play-
song.
I will not play that song. So.
Get your hand off the piano. I got
If there was a visual, I've been literally threatened in Christina's house. I will not be touching the piano to play that stupid song.
We all hate that song. Yes, poor Diggs. What is going on? I was so scared of Diggs this year. I didn't take him anywhere.
Yeah,
I'm
there
glad
you
I
go.
didn't.
I only have him in 2 leagues, but he's not getting volume. He's not getting any targets.
No.
They're not throwing the ball. They're not throwing the ball to anybody, and then when they do, it's stealing. But they're not throwing the ball to anybody.
Yeah. And
So until they throw the ball, they need a game where they're trailing, or they need a game that's a little more up and down. But I mean, Cousins is doing nothing either.
yeah.
So it's both of them.
Right. It's a slow start. In his PPR, his scores are 5 first week, 9 the second week, and 4 this last week.
Yeah, that'll do you nothing.
Oh, jeez. Where you drafted him, that hurts.
That's brutal.
Really hurts. But so this next week they have the Bears, and then after week 4 they have the Giants, they have the Eagles, and Detroit.
Well, we just talked about the Giants at the get well team in the NFL,
Yeah.
right?
So he might have.
So week 5 you were starting
Yes.
Stephon Diggs.
Yes, but
week 4.
I don't know.
You know, there's a lot of wide receiver depth in this league. A lot of teams. I'm looking around and I'm looking for trade partners and stuff like that. And I look at about trying to trade wide receivers, and I look at the fact that every team in fantasy's got 4 wide receivers that are startable.
Right.
Their wide receivers are so deep this year. And running backs are not, which is why I'm always getting running backs, because running backs are not deep.
Yeah.
You have to get running backs. But everybody's got 1,000 wide receivers. So you probably, if you drafted all right, you probably can bench Diggs and put a starter in there and be okay.
I got a good start-sit question for
Yeah,
you when we get to that
we
section.
will get to that later on. Let's get
That
to our
aside.
injuries. And
I don't want to talk about it, Kenny. I don't want to talk about it.
The
Can we
big
skip
one.
this segment? It's too hard.
Could somebody please console Christina Shaw, please, because she has lost Saquon Barkley.
Son of a bitch.
Wow, Christina.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not happening.
I started the cursing early.
Yeah. So Saquon out 4 to 8 weeks. High ankle sprain. Looked bad. They have a bye in week 11. Could be through week 12 that he's out.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Brutal.
Damn.
And I got him in Alyssa's league. But that's a girly league, and I have McCoy in that league. So I'm going to be scrounging at running back too. So what do you do if you have Saquon Barkley? If you're 0-3, you have to consider trading him for 75 cents on the dollar, or probably even 60 cents on the dollar.
Oh, that hurts.
Now, if you're 3-0 and you think you have a good playoff team and you've got some depth, you are making an offer to the Saquon Barkley owner, and you're trying to get him.
Not a bad strategy.
That's the thing, because this is not a season-ending injury for Barkley. He's going to come back, and he's going to come back for the fantasy playoffs, which means he could be a complete difference maker for your team. So if you have a good team, you go out and get him.
You go out and get him.
You can do that. You have to now, if you're a Barkley owner, you have to kind of think outside the box. So do you trade him? Like, would you trade him straight up for Devonta Freeman right now?
No.
You wouldn't trade him for Devonta Freeman?
No.
So wait a minute. In your league, in the New York League, where you have him, you got no running backs. You would not trade Saquon Barkley, who might be out to week 11, for Devonta Freeman. You wouldn't consider that?
No. It just doesn't sound good.
But it doesn't sound good, but you have you might get a starting running back for 8 weeks. I mean, Devonta Freeman's not great. All right, what about Josh Jacobs?
No.
No?
I can't do it.
So you're going to let him rot on your bench for 8 weeks?
Yeah. And hope the rest of my team can pull it out and then get him back for the playoffs and maybe run out in the
You
playoffs.
have to find a
because
way
of
to
it.
get into the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's going to be your goal.
Yeah.
You're 2-1. Mm-hmm. So you got to find a way.
I can't.
You got to find a way to win 5 games without Barkley. That's going to be rough. It's not going to be easy.
I can't justify Barkley for Jacobs. I can't do it. I can't do it.
I'll tell you what I'm doing. I'm looking around at my teams, and I'm looking to see if I can afford to take a stab at them on certain teams. Now I have 0-3 teams. It's not going to happen. But like I got a couple 1-2 teams. I got 2-1s and my 3-0s. I'm looking around. I'm going to see if I have the depth on those teams to take a stab at them.
I would do Barkley maybe for Chris Carson.
Would you do Barkley for LaShawn McCoy?
No.
Oh, it's crazy. I would do that in 5 seconds.
Oh, I just.
Did you see what LaShawn McCoy did this week?
Yeah, but did you see what he did 2 weeks ago?
Yeah, but did you see what he did when he's the guy in Kansas City? In Kansas City, in an offense where everybody scores.
Yeah.
I would grab that in a heartbeat. Because McCoy is going to produce the rest of this year if he's healthy.
Yeah, but he's gonna be a boomer bust player, McCoy.
No, I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't agree with you.
All right,
Not on
all
that
right.
offense, I don't.
All right.
Nope.
We'll see.
I'd make that deal.
All
In a
right.
heartbeat, I'd make that deal. Would you trade him for James Conner?
Yeah, actually, I would.
See, I wouldn't. I don't like Connor this year. I'm very, very worried about Connor. I'm very worried about that offense.
I'm not, because I feel like they're going to start needing him more and more and more as they realize how crappy they're being.
Well, we'll see on that. So,
Ooh.
lots of strategy questions if you have
Yes.
Barkley. It's an interesting thing because he's not out for the year, and it's a loose 4 to 8 week timeline. But they say it's bad. But maybe it's 4 weeks. Maybe he comes back.
Right.
Like, you don't know what's
You
going
don't
to
know.
go on.
That's
here.
the
So
thing.
you have to think a little bit like, what do I want to do here? You know, if you're 0-3, you're trading Barkley. If you're 0-3 and you don't trade Barkley, you might as well not be playing fantasy football. Why are you playing? You know? Drives me crazy how people won't trade. It just drives me crazy how people overvalue their teams. And like, oh, my team's fine. Your team's not fine if you're 0-3.
Yeah.
You're not fine. I don't
Yeah.
care if you think it's bad luck. It's not. You're not fine. 0-3 is not good. I have an 0-3 team. It stinks. It looks good on paper. Juju, Ezekiel Elliott. It looks good. It stinks. It needs to be improved.
Yeah,
You're not good.
Yeah.
This is the game. If you're 0-3, you've got 4 losses left on the year, and then you're done. So you might as well do something.
Make some moves.
Make some moves.
Make a
Shake
moves.
it up. Exactly. Cam Newton out for week 4, and they diagnosed him this morning with a Liz Frank injury in his ankle. This is a problem.
Yeah.
We don't know how long he's going to be out for.
No
He could be out indefinitely.
No timetable. If you're a Cam Newton owner, go get yourself
Kyle Allen.
or Daniel Jones.
Well, if Kyle Allen, yeah, if Dan Jones is available, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Right? But Kyle Allen's going to start for Carolina. Keep an eye on Will Greer, who is the other backup for Carolina, who is the guy they drafted this year. Now you know why they drafted a quarterback.
Yeah.
So,
Because they knew.
yep, problems. T.Y. Hilton out with a quad injury, might not play this week. He's always banged up. I love T.Y., but he gets banged up so easily.
Yeah.
I only took him in one league this year. But I love the player. I really do, but he just gets banged up all the time.
I think he has a chance to return week 4, though.
Yeah, he's 50-50 to
Yeah.
play this Sunday.
It's just an aggravated quad.
But
he didn't break anything.
But
sprain anything.
he gets hurt all the time.
Yeah.
You know, if not this week, it's going to be another week.
True.
So that is the case with T.Y. Hilton.
Julian
How
Edelman.
about Julian Edelman?
Yeah.
What do you think?
X-ray came back negative. Hopefully it's not long term, but again, we just don't know. Hopefully that team just starts falling apart.
It would be nice.
God, it makes me so mad.
So how about a team that had Antonio Brown, Julian Edelman, and Josh Gordon may only have Josh Gordon and Philip Dorsett on Sunday against the Bills?
Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, the Bills have a shutdown corner this week. The Bills have Tre'Davious White. So Josh Gordon, as much as you want to play him, he's not automatic this week.
Yeah, you gotta be careful.
Because you got to be careful with them. Buffalo's defense is for real.
Mm-hmm.
That is a better game than it looks. I know the Buffalo Bills, but they are 3-0. They have a good defense, and their offense is. Look, they're starting Frank Gore. How good is your offense if you're starting Frank Gore? But
roll out the
it's a
casket.
better game. It's a trap game. It's a better game than you think it is.
Yeah.
So
Careful.
now LaShawn McCoy. We just talked about him. I am as bullish on LaShawn McCoy as anybody can be. I have him everywhere. I just traded Miles Sanders for him in that 0-3 league. So I have him. I am all in on him. I've been all in on him all this year now. Look what he did this week. Look at the opportunity he got this week. And he didn't even play half the snaps.
Yeah.
And look how well he did. He is a monster.
I don't know.
If he gets the opportunity, he will be a running back 1.
I'm not
without
sold.
a doubt.
I am not sold, Kenny.
All right.
I'm not sold.
We will talk about this later in the year.
All right.
I'm telling you. He's
All
just got to
right.
stay healthy.
All right,
He is
all
going to
right.
be a monster. If you're sleeping on him, you're doing the wrong thing.
I'm
telling you
sleeping.
right.
I'm in the bed already and sleeping.
All right. Fair enough. On waivers this week, are you picking up Daniel Jones?
Wait. Why don't we have a waiver wire song?
I don't know. Why haven't you written one?
We need I think the fans want a waiver
Do
wire
I do
song.
all the work around here? How come
No,
you don't write?
you
Do you not write any songs for the show?
Yes, I wrote starter sits. And I do all the editing, Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it! We need. Okay, I will write a waiver wire song.
A waiver wire song. Yeah.
It's gonna be catchy. All right, next week. Guys.
All right.
Next
A
week.
waiver
it's coming.
wire song coming.
All right, back to our regular
That's
schedule.
why we listen to the show for all these cute little Paul Schaefer ditties that we do here.
That's what my mom says.
Yes.
So, mom knows best.
So.
All right, back to our regular
Who
scheduled
you
program.
picking up on the waiver wire? Who you picking up on? That's terrible.
We need to put more thought into this.
I only think 15 seconds for these things anyway.
And they're all genius. They're genius.
Oh, God.
All right. Well,
Are you picking up Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones, an impressive debut, I must say. A nice stash for bye weeks. I don't know if you can trust him as a starter just yet. What do you think?
I'm going for it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not playing. I obviously, if you've got a good quarterback, but there are leagues where I've got Stafford, Jameis. I have Kirk Cousins in a league. I'm taking Daniel Jones and putting him in over that in a heartbeat.
Really?
Oh, hell yeah.
Over
Yeah.
Stafford?
Stafford I want to play this week.
Yes.
Stafford's playing Kansas City this
Yes.
week. That's going to be a
High scoring.
absolutely high scoring affair. But I'm in on Daniel Jones. Absolutely. Without a doubt.
I'm not sold on him yet.
Okay.
And I don't know if I'm going to miss the bandwagon or...
Well, you are, because he'll be off
He's
waivers
gonna be
this week.
gone.
He'll be
Yeah.
gone. So you have to make that decision today if you want a quarterback. Now, you may not need a quarterback in your league. If you don't need a quarterback, you're not going to do it. I have a league where I lost Breeze, and I played Garoppolo this week, and he stunk.
Yeah.
So, and Garoppolo's on bye, so I have no quarterback this week. You know, and I have the number one waiver wire I pick. You know what I'm doing? Picking up Daniel Jones.
Yeah.
I'm going to play him for the next 7 weeks.
Yeah.
And let it go, because the rest of that team's good, but the quarterback's been a problem. So,
Right.
Daniel Jones it is. So I think it's situation based.
Yeah,
but I
for
like to get him in a couple leagues, and I'm gonna do that. Speaking of the Giants, now for you Saquon Barkley owners, are you picking up Wayne Gallman? He will be the running back for the foreseeable future, unless they sign somebody in New York.
This is hard. This is really hard. I understand he's going to be the only running back, but he only rushed 5 times for 13 yards, and he didn't catch the one target that they threw to him. So, I mean, it wasn't a good audition. Let's just say that.
Right.
It's kind of scary. I mean, he has to have a bigger role, but can he fill it?
Look, he's not going to put Barkley numbers up. Nobody can.
No. I don't expect that. But is he going to put up any numbers?
I like him this week against the Redskins, for
True.
sure.
Like anybody.
Yeah.
I like your mom against the Redskins.
Oh, thank you. I'll tell my mom that. She'll be very happy to know that. So, yeah. But I think if you're a Barkley owner, you have to pick Gallman up. You might just hold your nose and vomit at it, but you got to do it. You also have to keep an eye on what the Giants doing with their practice squad. You have to see who they're going to be working out. I always, I don't understand why J.J. doesn't have a job. I keep thinking, where's he going to land? He might land somewhere.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, I love that. That would be great for 8 weeks.
Poor J.J.
I don't know. I don't know why he doesn't have a job. I don't get that at all.
Yeah, that's so odd.
I don't get it. But he's out there. But either way, you have to make a pickup. Now, look, are you spending $50 every 100? No, you're spending 10 and hoping somebody doesn't bid 20.
Yeah.
You know? Are you using your number one waiver priority on him? I'm not if I have running back depth. If I don't have running back depth, then yeah, I got to do it.
So do you start Gallman?
Over who? You starting over Sony Michel? Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you are. Absolutely.
Chris Carson?
No, I'm playing Carson.
I am too.
I'm giving Carson one more week.
I am too.
Yeah. Again, and also they're playing Arizona. Arizona stinks. Mm-hmm. So I'm playing Carson all day this week. If he doesn't do it this week, then you got to figure this out.
Yeah.
But am I starting Gallman over David Montgomery? That's iffy. Iffy. Michelle? Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Not even a question.
Yeah.
Yes, if I could do that, I will do that. How about Rex Burkhead? You picking Rex Burkhead up if you haven't yet? I know you picked him up in one league. He may not be available in a lot of leagues.
He has the same amount of carries as Sony plus 6 more targets.
Yep, that's the key.
That's the key.
That's the key.
It's unpredictable if White is going to return this week, which he probably will, but Burkhead I feel like still has a little bit of value.
Oh yeah.
Especially that I like Rex Burkhead.
Yeah.
I do. I've already got him, so that's nice, but I would pick him up in a couple other leagues just in case.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'd necessarily start him unless I really needed him.
Mm-hmm.
But I'd like to stash him to see what's going to go on in that mess of a backfield.
Yep.
You?
Yeah, I mean, of course, yeah, absolutely. I hate the New England backfield.
Yeah, it's just
Every
a
damn
mess.
year we talk about this.
It's just a mess.
Every single year we
Can
talk
they just
about
get
this.
one guy and stick with him,
They
please?
won't do that.
Bleh.
You know, and James White was out this week. He was on his wife was giving birth.
He was on paternity
No,
leave.
I know. It wasn't paternity leave. His wife was giving birth. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good. Good for
So,
him. Congratulations.
Yeah. So, Darrell Williams, the other running back in Kansas City. Not Darwin Thompson, by the way. Darrell Williams. You picking him up? He actually had a pretty good week. Subbing in for when LaShawn McCoy was out. Here's what I'm doing with Darrell Williams. If that's a desperation play. I'm not using a waiver pick on him. If he's available after midnight, I will stash him. He might be the starting running back this week if McCoy can't go, and if Damian Williams can't go, then he's your starting running back.
Yeah. See, I like him a lot. He led the team in touches also, and he came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And if McCoy and Damian, like you said, if McCoy and Damian Williams are still out, he could be huge.
He'd be enormous.
Huge.
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 Yeah, that's for John D. Domenico.
That's for you, John.
That's right. So, Taylor Gabriel, he had a concussion last night after he scored 3 touchdowns.
Yes.
Yeah.
You can't trust him.
No.
He's boomer bust.
I agree. No, I'm not. I am not touching any wide receiver in that Chicago offense other than Allen Robinson. You can have Anthony Miller. You can have Taylor Gabriel. You can have Cordero Patterson. All those other running wide receivers. You can have them all. Allen Robinson, I love Allen Robinson, but the rest of them, forget it. Mm-hmm. And just because I felt like putting him in, DJ Chart do 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 DJ Chart do 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 DJ Chart do 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 DJ Chark is still available in a couple of leagues.
I love how you know the chords to that song.
Oh, come on. How do we not know that?
No, but I mean, I know the song, but like, you just know the chords.
Well, Enoch did it on my show.
Oh, I was going to say.
So I kind of had to learn it.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But how do you know? I mean, it was like the catchiest song of the summer. So
that's awesome.
Yeah. He's not really available. I just want to do that. So,
yeah. He's a little bit. He's most impressive out of all the Jags receivers.
He's the number one receiver.
Yeah.
You can forget about D.D. Westbrook this year. D.D. Westbrook goes to your waiver wire, and DJ Chark is your guy.
DJ. Okay, I love it. Wait, you forgot one too.
Who did I forget?
Jamal Williams.
Oh yeah, Jamal Williams.
Yeah.
I did forget about Jamal Williams.
He touched the ball more than Jones did.
Oh God, can he?
I know.
Can we not deal with Jamal Williams anymore, please?
I know, but that's in the numbers.
I don't get this. This is now 2 coaching staffs who just insist on playing both these guys.
It's so weird.
I don't get it.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones is so much better.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
Maybe they're just trying to like confuse defenses or something.
I don't know.
But he saw under 50% of the snaps.
Yeah.
It's not like he's just out there, 30%.
Yeah, 2 touchdowns though.
Yeah.
But
it's crazy.
I don't know.
What are you gonna do?
Fed up, I tell you. Fed up.
We're very angry on this podcast.
Angry podcast. But now it's after midnight, and you've done all your waiver pickups, and you need a little action after midnight, and you need a guy that might still be out there that's under the radar. And I got a guy for you after midnight.
Who is it, Kenny?
He plays wide receiver for the Miami Dolphins, and his name is Preston Williams. After midnight. Could be a guy you could get in bed with after midnight.
Ooh, not on the Dolphins.
You're not having this?
Not the Dolphins?
Yes, the Dolphins. Once in a while, you find a good egg in a bad lot. His name is Preston Williams, who's getting 10 points every week and who's a pretty darn good player.
But he's on the Dolphins.
That doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't.
I like how you answer me in your sexy voice.
I do, Christina.
You're creeping me out, Kenny.
That's what I do. Preston Williams, go get him. After midnight.
That was good.
Christina's not sold.
No, I'm not. He's
Not
a dolphin.
He's a dolphin.
Sorry.
She wants the Dolphins. I'm still holding on to Kenyon Drake in a lot of leagues. I don't know what to do about that.
I am too. That's another
I don't know
what the
what
hell
to do
you
about
do
that.
it.
I don't know what to do.
I don't either. He's just there and I'm looking at him and I'm like, I can't drop him, but I can't play him. So what am I doing with him?
Yeah.
Bye week? Bye week film?
I'm hoping it's traded. That's kind of why I'm holding him. There are trade rumors about him. They want to make trades. What if he ends up like in Tampa? I mean, my God, he'd be a stud. If he ended up in Washington, he'd be a stud.
Yeah.
If he ended up in Detroit, he'd screw all of us.
Yeah.
Right? I don't know what to do, but I'm holding on to him.
Mm.
So, well, we are now, we have an edge to us this week because, a couple of bad beats for one Christina Shaw. And it is time. I'm going to let Christina have this one for, are you fucking kidding me?
Are you fucking kidding me? Are you ready for this? Are you fucking kidding me?
Wow.
Fucking kidding me.
Christina!
All right. As I said earlier in the podcast, I was supposed to go 4-1 this week. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. 4-1. It would have been incredible. I would have been jumping up and down. I would have been high-fiving Kenny. I would have been chest pumping Sean. But instead, I was sitting on my couch and I was crying. I was watching the game, texting Kenny and saying, are you kidding me? You want to know why? Because I was watching this stupid Chicago Bears game where, hey, I was up by 15 points. 15 points. On Sunday night, I'm sitting there thinking, oh, this is going to be great. I'm going to take this win. No problem. There's no way Chicago defense is going to get 16 points or more. Well, guess what, folks? They did. They got 21 points, and I lost by 4. Are you kidding me?
I got nothing to say. Defenses are players too.
No! Not only did I'm not over. I'm not done with this. Not only did I lose that one, but I lost another one too for the same situation. Same situation.
Sucks.
How do I lose from a defense?
It happens. Defenses are players too.
All right. I'm getting hot, man. I'm getting really, really pissed.
Oh, boy.
That was
Chicago defense knocks you off in 2 games. That's rough.
21 points.
Yeah, that's rough.
Did anything happen with you?
So, yeah, I was up by 21 and a half.
Ooh.
And I won by a half.
Whoa. That
last play of the game, I'm up by 1.5 points. And the Bears are running after Keenum, and it's going to be I'm like, okay, take a sack, but don't fumble. That's where I'm at. I'm literally rooting for him to not fumble, but I can accept a sack.
Yeah.
And he did.
And he got a sack.
And I was like, oh, my God, I survived.
But
But that's so weird, watching a game, rooting for him to not fumble. Like, it's that close.
Jeez.
Right?
That player is probably on my side right now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
But then again, he probably didn't expect to win.
No, he sent me a message. And he actually sent me a message on this site, and he said to me, "Wow, that was close." I said, "I couldn't believe that."
Do you know this guy?
No,
or was this
he's
one
a
of
random guy, and
Yeah.
I beat him by a half point because of that defense last night.
But that's not as bad as like when you go into the game thinking you're gonna win, and then you get this bad beat.
Yeah.
I feel like that's so much harder than losing by a couple points when you already knew you were probably gonna lose anyway.
One more point, I would have lost.
Yeah.
And I was 0-2 in that league. I needed that win really, 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 really badly. So if I lost that, and I'm 0-3 in that league, that's a huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge.
I would, and then the other thing that pisses me off is in that league, because I scored 145 points, I would have beaten anyone else in that league other than the player I went against and Steve. So
Right.
I would have won against anyone else
Right.
because my points were so high this week.
Yep.
And that's just another phrase.
No, but you have weeks where you win where you have no points. This is how it is.
Yeah.
It happens every league, you know?
Thanks, Kenny.
Well, that's how it is. So,
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks for making me feel a little better.
that's it.
Rant.
Chicago defense ruins Christina's life. She's now an anti-bear. That's it. So,
Let's change this subject.
all
What
right.
else
How
we
about
got?
my typical overthought of the week?
Oh, what do we got this
So,
week?
I'm literally texting Christina at 9:30 in the morning on Sunday.
Yes.
About don't make last minute swaps because it's bad and they're never correct. And somebody walks up to me, who I see at the Suncoast room, and says to me, McCoy's not playing. I'm like, what do you mean? No, McCoy's in. I checked this morning, right?
Do
so
not
I go
question that. Do not
No,
question Kenny
right?
Davidson's knowledge.
So I go on Twitter, and he's in, but the Kansas City beat reporter says McCoy is not starting. He's going to be used only as an emergency, and Darrell Williams is going to start. The Kansas City beat reporter puts it. He's got a blue check mark on Twitter. I'm not gonna name him because I don't want to name names, but like blue check mark. I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do? I have McCoy in 2 lineups. I have him in 12 leagues. I actually had better options in 10 leagues. So I didn't play him. But in the 2 leagues I have him in, I pull him the hell out. And then I actually had Kenyon Drake in one of my lineups. I pull him out for Darwin Thompson. Well, Darwin Thompson didn't even see the field till like the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So forget Darwin Thompson. But I pulled him out, and that was an 8-point loss. But you know what? I survived it. Every league, I survived it. I couldn't believe it. I got very lucky.
Well, that's good at least. So it wasn't horrible overthought of the week.
But you know what? This is a rule. If you follow people on Twitter, if Adam Schefter is not the one reporting it, don't believe it.
Oh, okay.
That's it. Or Adam Kaplan. I love Adam Kaplan too. I believe him too. But like, if you don't see, if it's anyone else that puts a report out, don't believe it.
Yeah.
And Schefter, I believe, gospel. If he says it, McCoy's not starting, McCoy's Mitchell's the only, I'll believe that every minute. But even when it's a beat reporter, you know what? They didn't put him in warm-ups because they know he's hurt.
Yeah.
So that's why they didn't put him in warm-ups. And then the game started, and he's a stud. And you know what? He looked fine.
Yeah.
He looked really good.
Yeah.
And if he plays this week, he's going to get 20 points again this week against Detroit. It's probably going to be the same thing. He's going to limp into the stadium. They showed video of him limping into the stadium.
Oh, geez.
Right?
That too.
Yeah, but he's, so he's sore. But he's LaShawn McCoy. You know what? As much as LaShawn McCoy gets hurt, nobody plays through injuries as much as LaShawn McCoy has. That guy plays through injuries all the damn time.
Well, he's getting older now, too.
He is. He's not a kid. But I believe in Kansas City. That offense, I want every piece of that offense. So, but again, if it's not reported by Adam Schefter or maybe even Adam Kaplan or maybe a couple of others, don't believe it.
Don't believe it.
Don't. Enough.
And don't make last-minute decisions.
Do not make last-minute swaps. Do not make last-minute swaps. Do not, Kenny Davidsen, make last-minute swaps. Do not make last-minute swaps.
We're going to talk about this again next week, and we'll see if you have another overthought of the week.
Indeed. Are you ready for your song, Christina?
Yes. Written by Christina Shaw. Co-written by Kenny. It's a Wednesday night. Who should you choose? Make the right choice so you win, not lose. Starter sit, starter sit, starter sit. Yes. Money. Who do we got, Kenny?
I have no idea.
What? You don't have any?
No, I thought you were talking about the money you're going to get for that song.
No.
I got a big one.
Okay.
Out of this list, I need 2 running backs and a flex. I am 2-1 in this league.
Okay.
LaShawn McCoy, Joe Mixon, Aaron Jones. So 2 of those. And then when we the one we don't pick, that person with Julian Edelman or Emmanuel Sanders. Let's assume Julian Edelman plays on Sunday against Buffalo.
Oh, yeah.
Who do you like? Tough one. I'll tell you who's in my lineup. LaShawn McCoy. That's 1.
All right, so we need 1 more running back.
Mixon or Jones.
Well, Mixon plays Pittsburgh.
He finally woke up this week, too.
Right, which is interesting because, I mean, is Pittsburgh really going to be putting up points? But then
And then Aaron Jones is in a timeshare now.
And also, I think the Eagles are going to be gunning to win. Like
In
the
Green
Eagles,
Bay, though.
The Eagles are pissed.
In Green Bay.
And they're on a short week.
I'm going to go Mixon.
I think I am too.
All right. McCoy, Mixon.
And
then Jones versus Edelman and Sanders. You going Edelman?
I think Edelman.
I think Edelman too.
Because
that's the lineup I have.
Because half the team's hurt.
Yep. I don't like that he's up against Tre'Davious White, but I think Tre'Davious White shuts down Josh Gordon instead.
Yes, agreed. So I think it's
he's a shutdown corner. He's really good.
And Sanders plays Jacksonville, which is tough. And
yeah, I agree. So I think it's Edelman. It's Edelman, Mixon, McCoy.
It's so hard to not play Jones though.
I know. And that's that's one of my Le'Veon Bell teams too. He's on bye this week. I'm loaded on that team.
Yeah. And I don't want you rooting for Jones anyway when we're watching the Eagles game on Thursday.
Oh, is that? Oh, yeah. No. By the way, you know, while we're at it, let's promote this because if you're in town and you're listening to this Thursday night, 5:00 at the Link, Christina Shaw will be hosting. What are you hosting, by the way? What are we calling this?
Hosting the Eagles Green Bay game.
At the link,
At
right?
the link, it's called At the Book.
At the book.
It's called The Book.
Okay, it's outdoors or it's indoors?
It's indoors.
Okay.
Yep.
That's where we're watching the game on
I'm
Thursday.
going to be emceeing, and one of the guys that we're in the league with, Eric, he's the GM there. So
Cool.
we have a little...
Oh, he's the GM.
Yeah.
No kidding. All right.
So we have a little... they're called caves. So we have a little section blocked off for us.
Great.
So I'll be able to work and hang out with you guys, and, we can get some drinks and food and hang out.
Food too?
I mean, we have to pay for it, but
Well,
there's
sure.
There's no minimum that
Cool.
we have to spend. So
All right.
he's basically just giving us the space, and if we want to order stuff, we can order stuff.
Excellent.
If we don't have to.
So our Vegas Fantasy will be there on Thursday nights.
Yes.
So come join us. We would
Come
love to
hang
have
out.
you there.
We'll sign autographs.
Yes. Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah.
So bring,
Hell yeah.
bring-
Oh, yeah. You want my autograph? Sure.
there might be a long line for this.
Oh,
so
yeah. Let me tell you. Wow.
come early. No.
That's crazy. So Thursday night, yes.
Yeah. So Thursday night will be fun.
Give me a start sit. What do you got?
So we were talking about Diggs earlier and
Yeah.
how he's crapping the bed. What do you think about Diggs or MVS?
Oh, boy. Oh.
Because MVS had a
You know what?
huge game.
I'm playing MVS this week because they're playing the Eagles, and the Eagles have no corners.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Boy, I'm sitting Diggs for that.
I know that's hard.
Yeah.
Because MVS is definitely boom or bust.
Oh, so is Diggs lately.
no,
yikes.
no, Diggs is bust.
Right now, yeah. No, but, he could boom one week. You know he will.
Yeah,
It's too good not to.
Right. Yeah,
Boy,
well,
that's tough.
I mean, I don't even have I don't have Diggs at all. But when we were talking about Diggs earlier, I thought, ooh, Diggs or MVS. That's a tough.
They're playing the Bears.
Yeah.
I'll go MVS. I'll sit Diggs. I think you said Diggs this week.
I just love MVS's potential. I love him so much. I just do.
My fear with the Packers is that they're not a 2 wide receiver offense anymore in terms of like these. You could start 3 wide receivers in that team before.
Right.
I don't think you can anymore.
Rodgers.
They're not. They're not throwing the ball much.
Rodgers just is not what he used to be.
Well, he's not what he used to be, but they're also just not throwing much. It's volume.
Yeah.
He's not. I don't think Rodgers is any worse if he's older. But like they're just not. They're running more.
Mm-hmm.
So, how about this one? Mike Williams, who's been a disappointment, or Josh Jacobs?
Who was a disappointment last week?
Yeah.
I kind of like Williams this week because they're playing the Dolphins.
Yeah, I do too.
I mean, he's just gonna run all over them.
Yeah.
They can't even keep up.
Yeah. They do have a good corner, but still, I agree. I'm going Williams there.
I am as well.
I think I'm avoiding Josh Jacobs for another week. How about this? If Jeffrey looks like he's going to play, Alshon Jeffrey's going to play Thursday night. So what do you do with Nelson Aguilar? Are you starting him over Tyrell Williams?
Oh, this one's hard because Aguilar let everyone down so bad last week.
He scored 2 touchdowns.
No, but he was dropping passes that he.
Well, he drops
should've
passes.
caught.
We know that he drops. He doesn't have good hands.
It's just so.
But it's volume.
frustrating.
He's a volume-based guy. If he's getting the volume, you have to play him. But if Jeffrey's back, he's not getting the volume.
Is Jeffrey 100%?
No, well, he practiced in full today. That tells me he's playing Thursday night. And Deshaun Jackson's out. Toughie.
Damn.
That's tough. Tyrell Williams has been really good. I have a hard time sitting Tyrell Williams at this point.
Yeah, I kind of think Tyrell Williams.
Yeah. More of a sure thing than Aguilar.
I agree.
Aguilar produces. He produced, again, 2 weeks in a row he's produced, but he does drop passes.
And it just drives me nuts.
It does. Yeah, no, it's true.
And more as an Eagles fan, it drives me nuts because we could have won that game with
Yeah.
some of those passes he
I
dropped.
get it.
But I guess in fantasy, I guess Tyrell.
Now you have a LaShawn McCoy one.
Yeah, let me pull up my team here because it's kind of confusing. All right,
All right, here you go.
We got to pick. You can pick, let's see. I have basically a flex option
All right.
where I've been starting Allen Robinson.
Okay.
And it's been great. But now we have Allen Robinson, McCoy, Brown from Buffalo, or Chris Thompson from Washington.
Who are you starting at running back already in this league?
Kamara and Kerryon Johnson.
No, you're not sitting that.
Yeah,
And
no.
who are you starting at wide receiver?
Robert Woods, which
Oh, he's been
I might,
disappointing.
yeah. And this is my 0-3 league.
Yeah.
DJ Moore and Ty.
Well, Ty might be out. DJ Moore's not a sure thing with the backup quarterback. That's the thing. But Allen Robinson's playing Minnesota. Josh Brown's playing the Patriots. So I'd probably keep DJ Moore. I'd keep Robert Woods in there too. Ugh, that's brutal.
I know. Yeah,
I mean,
like
look,
I have Kenyon Drake in that league too. Again, but I'm not going to start him. But that's
No.
just one of the guys that I just.
I'm a LaShawn McCoy truther. It's for me. It's McCoy. It's not even a question to me.
So take out Robinson.
Yeah.
See, I can't sit Allen Robinson, Kenny. Unless I take out Hilton and put in Robinson.
Well, if Hilton doesn't play, then yeah, you did. That's your question. That's an easy one. If Hilton plays, I mean, I have to put Hilton in over Robinson. I take DJ Moore out.
Robinson
Woods, over
Woods,
DJ Moore.
Hilton.
Yep. I'd say DJ Moore there.
See,
DJ Moore only had 2 targets this past week. Different team with Kyle Allen as quarterback as opposed to Cam Newton.
True. All right. I'm okay with that.
I'm a McCoy truther. I can't quit LaShawn McCoy. If LaShawn McCoy's playing, I'm putting him in the lineup. That's how I feel.
Mm-hmm.
That's just me.
Yeah.
So, all right.
All right.
That's some tough
Well,
ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is my 0-3 team, which is getting so frustrating because
You got to win.
I got to win, and I got all these like same mediocre players.
That's always the case,
and
right?
it's just like the dart throw.
The dart throw. That's it. Well, we've come to the final segment, and it's our usual burial segment. And we are ready to bury Antonio Brown.
Darn.
Antonio, you know, I'm not sad about this one, I gotta tell you.
No.
Right?
No. Do we have any different music for this? Oh, happier music.
We're here to bury Antonio Brown this week.
Oh, this is great.
Because you know what? We're sick of Antonio Brown.
Bye.
Antonio Brown, you've really become an asshole.
You have.
So enough.
No, he hasn't become an asshole, Kenny. He's always been
Has he
an
always
ass.
been that?
Yes.
I don't remember him being this bad.
Yes.
Really?
I just don't think it was publicized as
Boy,
much.
man, he just, you know, and he's going back to school. He says he's done with the NFL.
No.
That's, you know, that's code for nobody wants
Yes,
me.
The NFL is done with you,
Yeah,
sir.
you know, I mean, you couldn't even let the Patriots, you know,
But
you couldn't make it good. Now I have to hand it to Christina on this
okay.
one.
Yes, I
Because
must say,
our first episode of the year, we had who was going to crap the bed for the year.
and
So listen to this segment.
Guess who Christina Shaw said? Here we
Yeah,
go.
let's
I'm
go back to
gonna
July
play it
on
for
this.
you. I know you're not going to like this, but
All
I
right.
think Antonio Brown is going to crap the bed.
Wow! Wow!
I really think.
Bombshell!
Okay.
July bombshell!
Okay, here. So that was in July.
That was in July.
And look who crapped the bed.
He crapped the bed?
And Kenny was so shocked at at that, and I
come
don't
on.
know, I just had this feeling.
Come on, he's on the Raiders. Like, come on, he can't fail.
Yeah. Oh, he can.
Oh,
And
he
he
did. He
did.
sure did.
But I'm so glad we don't have to talk about him anymore.
This is it.
was
This
like
is the
that
final
whole-
time we're going to talk about Antonio Brown on our Vegas Fantasy for the 2019 season, and hopefully for the rest of the life.
Yay.
Because who wants to deal with this? So
Woo.
we are happily burying Antonio Brown this
It's
week.
like carnival music. That's awesome.
That's
Yay.
it. And on that note, concludes our Vegas Fantasy for week 4. How do you listen to this show? Well, you download us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube. Do we have anywhere else you can hear us?
Nope, that's it.
Oh, those are the big 3, eh?
And our Lipson, which we always post a link for.
Yes, we'll have the link up there. And come see us on Thursday night at the link. We will be there.
Yes. Don't
All
forget
right.
to like us, subscribe to us. We're also on Instagram and on Facebook.
Yeah, and we love your feedback, too. If you're listening to this show, we'd love to hear from you.
Yes,
So,
please.
Yeah, very good. So I'm Kenny Davidsen.
And I'm Christina Shaw.